Hi friends. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to become a disciple maker. We talked at our last time about how to be a disciple and use the example of Isaac Newton's life. How to become a disciple maker. So there are many ways, right? And I just want to talk about one way that's specific, not just to what's available to us here at St. Francis de Sales, but what's available to us in all of our neighborhoods and all of our relationships. So there's two parts to being a Christian. One is learning and growing and acting more and more like a disciple, one who not just believes in God, but actually follows Him up and down our lives, right? And the other part is being a disciple maker, bringing more and more people into that walk of being a disciple. Here at St. Francis, what we've decided to do, I've worked with our leadership team, and specifically two people, Debbie Shelley and Joanne Breitenmeyer, who are both part of our staff here at the parish. And we're doing a thing called the buddy system. And the buddy system, and stay with me for a second, the buddy system is all about reaching out to other people around us and just seeing if they're okay, right? Well, the process of doing the buddy system, if you really think about it, is acting as a disciple, but it also has the effect of disciple making. Because what we're doing is we're showing other people that we care for them, that we love them, that they're important. And that will always have a positive effect upon them. So yes, that's what we're doing here at St. Francis, but that's what you can do in your parish. And it doesn't take a formal way of doing in the parish. That's what you can do from the monastery of your home. Is you can reach out to family members. You can reach out to people who you've been estranged from, who you're really close to. You can reach out to the person who is down the street or next door, or somebody who is also at home but who works with you and is really struggling. It could be an older person. It could be a person who's really grappling with all this and is very negative and doesn't have hope. It can be a variety of people, right? Like for instance, if it's a neighbor and you don't have that person's number or even their name, you can walk to their door, knock on their door, step 6 or 8 feet back, identify yourself, and say, I'm just checking to see how you are. My name is. And then, hey, do you mind if I get your number? I'm going to call you every once in a while and just check in on you, right? Or maybe you have that person's phone number, and you call them and say, I'm just looking in on you, and I want to see if there's anything that you need. And maybe that person doesn't have access to groceries like you do. And so you order them some groceries, or we are allowed to go out and get groceries or to pick up something in a drive-thru, and you bring that person some food, right? And then maybe you can do social media with them, like through Zoom or just a phone call. And you carry on during this time with this person and that person over there. Where as a Christian, as a disciple, you just simply manifest Christ to them. His love and His care and His concern for them. And then along the way, as you're listening to their lives, you start to pray with them. And you pray for them when you're not in conversation with them. That's being a disciple maker. It's one of the things that we're doing here at St. Francis in a formal way. We've got 30 or 40 people now who are signed up to be buddies, and we're giving them names of parishioners. They're calling them, and not just once, but however long. And let's say they take 5 people's names or 10 people's names, and those are the people they're going to look after during this time. We started out with all of our elderly and our homebound. We've already reached about 400 of them, and now we're just going to go to the rest of the parish. But again, it doesn't take a formal project like this or somebody organizing it. It just simply takes the heart of a disciple. We're all growing as disciples and saying, okay, what can I do with this time? To not just have an effect positively upon me, but from that growing in Christ relationship, I can help others. And when we reach out in these ways during these times to people who need us, then as we come through this time, and those friendships are developed or they're made stronger, God is going to use that. Because they're going to see you as a disciple of Jesus Christ. And they're going to want what you have. And you may even find them saying, help me find what it is that you have. And that's when we can say, well, let me introduce you to the one who has given me what I have. God can work in millions of ways through our lives to draw us closer to Him and to draw other people to Him in simple acts of kindness that ultimately lead them to become disciples and us to become disciple makers. I'll see you later, friends.